Now let's crochet the 14th round. First, let's look at the pattern. For the 14th round, crochet 2 single crochets, then decrease. Repeat this 8 times. This is a group. Repeat this 8 times. After finishing this round, the stitch count will decrease to 24 stitches. This means the body will gradually decrease in size. Let's take a look at this picture. An increase means crocheting 2 stitches from 1 stitch. A decrease means combining 2 stitches into 1. Make 2 stitches into 1 stitch. It means combining 2 stitches into 1 stitch. This achieves a decrease of 1 stitch. During this round of crocheting, the entire round will gradually get smaller. Originally, it is 2 stitches. After crocheting, it will become 1 stitch. So in this next round, the stitch count will decrease. The stitch count will decrease from 32 stitches in the 13th round to 24 stitches in the 14th round. Now I will demonstrate how to crochet a decrease. First, crochet 2 single crochets. I have already crocheted the starting chain for the 14th round. Next, crochet a single crochet into this first stitch. This is the first single crochet. Place a stitch marker here. Crochet the second single crochet. Now we have completed 2 single crochets. Next, we will crochet a decrease. I will demonstrate how to crochet a decrease. Insert the hook into the loop. Normally, we need insert the hook into the next stitch. Insert the hook through this loop, just like this. But now we are going to crochet a decrease. I only need to go through the outside half of the V shape. Then go through the outside half of the next stitch at the same time. That means going through 2 half stitches. Take a look. At this point, there are 3 loops on the hook. This is the original loop. These are the loops of 2 half stitches. The other half stitch is not crocheted. Only these 2 half stitches are crocheted. Then yarn over and go through these 2 half stitches at the same time. At this point, there are 2 loops on the hook. Yarn over again, pull through the loops. Now, the stitch has been decreased from 2 stitches in the previous round to 1 stitch now. After crocheting, the effect is like this. This is how the decrease is crocheted. A decrease merges 2 stitches into 1 stitch. Okay, the first group is crocheted. 2 single crochets, 1 decrease. From 2 stitches to 1 stitch. This is the first group. Now let's start crocheting the second group. First, crochet 2 single crochets. Pay attention to where to insert the hook. Make sure to see clearly here. because a decrease was made. This is the first half of the first stitch that was decreased just now. This is the first half of the second stitch. After the decrease, these two stitches are all brought into this loop. Both of these stitches have been crocheted. So the next stitch to insert the hook is right here next to them. This is the starting point to crochet the next set of single crochets. See that? Alright, next I will insert the hook here to start crocheting the first single crochet of the next group. The second single crochet. After 2 single crochets, start crocheting the decrease. Let me demonstrate again. A decrease merges the existing 2 stitches into one stitch. First, insert the hook into the half loop of the first stitch. Then insert the hook into the half loop of the second stitch. Insert the hook into the half loops of these 2 stitches at the same time. Then pull the yarn through these 2 half loops. Then yarn over again and pull through these 2 loops. Now the second decrease is crocheted. After crocheting, the effect is like this. Originally it was 2 stitches, now through the decrease it has become 1 stitch. Only 1 V remains. This is how it looks from the side. Alright, next, start crocheting the next group. Where do the next group of single crochet start? This time, start crocheting from this stitch. It's easy to get the position wrong after the decrease. So you must be careful. If you make a mistake, it's okay. Just go back to the correct position and start again. This is the position where the first single crochet of the third group starts. Insert the hook into this loop. Pull the yarn through. This is the first single crochet of the third group. Now let's crochet the second single crochet. Next, it's time for another decrease. To decrease, first pick up the half loop of this stitch. Then continue to pick up the half loop of the next stitch. Now there are a total of 3 loops on the hook. First yarn over, pull through these 2 loops. Then yarn over again, pull through 2 loops. Now another decrease is crocheted. Next, crochet 2 single crochets for the next group. Then crochet another decrease. Alright, continue. Single crochet. Single crochet. Decrease. Single crochet. Single crochet. decrease, single crochet, single crochet, decrease. The last stitch is the decrease. After crocheting the last decrease, the 14th round is completed. The stitch count has decreased from 32 stitches to 24 stitches. Now count the stitches. The stitch marked by the stitch marker is the first stitch. This is the first stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For stitches in total. The stitch count for this round is correct. If the stitch count is not 24 stitches, it means you made a mistake somewhere in this round. Then you need to undo it to the corresponding position. For example, if you made a mistake here, then undo it to this position, then redo the crochet from there. After completing the 14th round, continue with this first stitch to make a slip stitch. Crochet a slip stitch. Once this round is crocheted, the whole piece will be a bit smaller. Now let's continue decreasing stitches. Start crocheting the 15th round. Begin with a chain stitch. Remove the stitch marker. Let's crochet the first stitch. Let's take a look at the pattern for the 15th round together. Crochet 20 for single crochets. Just single crochet, no decreasing. Now let's crochet the 15th round. Crochet all single crochets. 1, 2, 3. I've crocheted 3 stitches. Now let's count back. So, this is the first stitch. Mark it with the stitch marker. 3 stitches. 4, 5. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 20 for stitches. Slip stitch to the first stitch. This round is completed. Next, crochet the chain stitches for the 16th round. Remove the stitch marker. This is the first stitch's position. For the 16th round, crochet 1 single crochet followed by 1 decrease, repeating this pattern 8 times. After this round, there will be 16 stitches. 1 single crochet followed by 1 decrease, repeated 8 times, resulting in 16 stitches. After completing this round, there will be 16 stitches. Single crochets and decreases will be 16 stitches. Now, let's crochet the first single crochet for the 16th round. I'll start at the position where I removed the stitch marker. Crochet the first single crochet here. After crocheting the single crochet, it forms a V. Mark it. After the single crochet, crochet the next decrease. Do you remember how to crochet a decrease? First, insert the hook into the first stitch's half. Then insert it into the next stitch's half. Now, there are 3 loops on the hook. First, wrap the yarn around the hook. Then, pull the yarn through the last 2 loops on the hook. Now, another decrease stitch is completed. Continue with the pattern of 1 single crochet followed by 1 decrease. Next, start crocheting the 3rd stitch. The 3rd stitch is a single crochet. Can you see where to insert the hook? It's here, because the first 2 stitches have already been crocheted. So, the position to insert the hook for the 3rd stitch is here. All previous stitches have been crocheted. Insert the hook here and crochet a single crochet. Next, the 4th stitch is a decrease. First, crochet half of the stitch. Then, crochet the other half. Pick up both halves. Pull the yarn through. Pull the yarn through again. Now, 2 sets of stitches are completed. Next, move to the next stitch. Crochet a single crochet in the next stitch. Continue to the next stitch. First crochet half of the stitch, then the other half. Then, wrap the yarn around and pull it through. Now, another set of single crochet and decreased stitches is completed. Continue to the next stitch and crochet a single crochet. Then, in the following stitch, crochet a decrease. Pull through the first 2 loops, then pull through the next 2 loops. Now, move to the next stitch and crochet a single crochet. Then, crochet a decrease. Pull through the first 2 loops. Then, pull through the next 2 loops. Okay, continue with a single crochet. Decrease. Continue with a single crochet. Decrease. Continue with a single crochet. Alright, next is a decrease. Okay, so far, the 16th round is completed. After finishing crocheting, do the slip stitch with the first stitch. Okay, pull through the loop. After the decrease, the loop becomes smaller again. Alright, next, start crocheting the 17th round's chain stitches. Okay, now remove this marker. This is where the first stitch goes. The 17th round consists of all single crochets. A total of 16 single crochets. After finishing, there will be 16 stitches in this round. Okay, let me crochet. Here, this is the first stitch. Place the marker here. Next, crochet the second stitch. The third stitch. The fourth stitch. The fifth stitch. The sixth stitch. The seventh stitch. The eighth stitch. The ninth stitch. 10. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. After finishing, do a slip stitch with the first stitch. Pull the thread directly. Now the 17th round is hooked. Hook the standing stitches for the 18th round. This marker can now be removed. The main part is about to end.